simple way to get the pentatonic scale in different areas of the neck under your fingers is to reduce it down to a couple of different fingerings. So the first pentatonic scale that everyone seems to start with is 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4 and back down 4 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1. That's G minor pentatonic, of course. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. This string and this string being the same thing, that will play into kind of the way we're going to look at this. The fingering kind of reduces down to 3 of one particular fingering and 2 of another. There are 3 of these and 2 of these. Now, this one and this one are the same. So again, we've kind of reduced it to 5-string guitar. And which of these 2 strings you choose to use is really maybe going to play into what's easier to finger or what's easier to navigate on the neck. Here, the 3 of these and 2 of these, whenever we move that up the neck, I'm going to move down a string to the lower string, again physically up on the guitar, and I'm going to count up 5 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the same note. So from here, I can do the same thing. 3 of these and 2 of these. Now, if I go on to the next string, that's the same as the lowest string. So I really only need that on one of those 2 strings. So again, here's 3 of these and 2 of these. Now those are the 2 that I think make it the simplest to see. In a previous video I showed this concept where we move a simple fingering by an octave. And then from that note we can start that same fingering again. 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. Well, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3 is followed by 1, 3, and the reason why is because, as I said, there are 3 of these and there are 2 of these. Well, that's the first one in this position. The other one is right below it. So there are in fact 2 of these followed by 3 of those. And from here we have 2 of these and 3 of these. This position, that's another G minor, the simple fingering as I called it. 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. Well, what happens after 1, 3, 1, 3? Another 1, 3. And you'll notice as I'm doing these, I'm making adjustments for the second and third strings being tuned to a major third rather than a perfect fourth. So 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3 with the shift. Well, what happens after 3 of those? We have 2 of these. 1, 4, 1, 4. 1, 4, 1, 4 is the same as 1, 4, 1, 4. So we've got 2 of these and 3 of these. When we go on to the next position, here's our simple fingering, G minor, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. Well, here's 1 of these, so that's the second of the 2 1, 4 fingerings. And then our 3 of these are 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. I'm using this string as opposed to this string. So I've got 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. You could also do that this way. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. And what happens after 3 of these? 2 of these. 2 of these and 3 of these. 2, 3. I think a lot of times you'll see instructional materials that show these mapped out pentatonic scales. You know, here's home on the 3rd fret, the next one starts here. The one after that. And then And finally, there's 3 of the 1-3 fingerings and 2 of the 1-4 fingerings. And again, I think the reason why that might help you is because wherever you find yourself on the guitar and you know you're starting a pentatonic shape that might be a fairly simple one, similar to what we talked about in a previous video, you'll kind of recognize tactily that, oh, I've just played 3 of that one particular fingering, now I'm going to go on to the other fingering, and there's 2 of those. And I think your hands will again sort of find their way around on the pentatonic scale. Again, you really want to listen to what you're playing as you're doing this, because there is always that danger that your hands will start to dictate what you play rather than your ears. This whole series of videos that I'm doing, especially when I'm going back to beginning guitar stuff, I think that I'd like for you to learn from my mistakes, things that I've done over the years, and I think I've done them incorrectly, or learned them incorrectly, or approached them incorrectly, maybe thought of them incorrectly. It all comes back to, what does it sound like? Does it sound good? And I've unfortunately let my fingers kind of do the talking too many times, and it still gets me in trouble sometimes whenever I'm on the bandstand. So try that and see what you think.